Hi pupils, this is an English language lesson for Form 1. Welcome everybody. We are using textbook Past 2. The theme is People and Culture. We are doing Unit 2 today and the topic is Fact or Fiction. Before we start, let's look at the learning standards. We have main skills, speaking 2.1.1, ask about and give detailed information about themselves and others. Reading 3.1.2, understand specific details and information in simple longer text. Listening 1.1.1, understand with little or no support the main ideas in simple longer text on a range of familiar topics. And writing 4.1.1, give detailed information about themselves and others. For the complementary skills, we have 2. Listening 1.1.2, understand with little or no support specific information and details in simple longer text on a range of familiar topics. And writing 4.2.3, produce a plan or draft of 2 paragraphs or more and modify this appropriately in response to feedback.
Unit 2. Vocabulary and Speaking. Literature. Exercise 1.
Adventure story. Autobiography. Biography. Comic novel. Cookery book. Detective novel. Fairy tale. Historical novel. Poetry book. Romantic novel. Science fiction novel. Thriller. Travel guide.
Unit 2. Vocabulary and Speaking. Literature. Exercise 2.
This week's bestsellers. What our readers think.
Life, Love and Texting. From the title, you'd think this was a romantic novel, but it's also a comic novel that really made me laugh. Vicky, 18.
My Side. I'm not a sports fan, but I really enjoyed this autobiography of David Beckham. I'm going to buy it for my dad now. Tom, 19.
Europe Essentials. This is a travel guide about some great places in Europe. There is information about lots of interesting things to see and do in Europe. Jess, 15.
Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief. This is an adventure story about a very clever boy called Percy. Someone stole something very important from the Greek god Zeus. It's very exciting. Children aged 10 to 12 will enjoy it. Kate, 11.
Steve Jobs, the man who thought different. This biography tells the amazing life story of Steve Jobs. For technology lovers. Maisie, 17.
The Adventures of Sean Ryanis and the Impossible Chase. I really like this science fiction novel about exciting adventures in space. Buy it. Brad, 16.
Dear pupils, let's look at the answers. You are supposed to complete the comments with words from exercise 1. And then which 2 books are about real people? So let's look at the answers. Number 1 is romantic novel. Number 2, comic novel. Number 3, autobiography. Number 4, travel guide. Number 5, adventure story. Number 6, biography. Number 7, science fiction novel. So which 2 books are about real people? The answer, My Side and Steve Jobs, the man who thought different. Let's look at exercise 3. Match the definitions with words from exercise 1. So let's look at the first one. A story about trying to solve a crime. So the answer is a detective novel. A traditional story about magical events. Answer will be fairy tale. A book that helps you to make food. Answer will be cookery book. Number 4. An exciting story, often about danger or crime. Answer is thriller. A fiction book about people and events in the past. So the answer is historical novel. Now, let's look at the next question. Which of the books would you like to read and why? So you can write answers like, I would like to read My Side because I like sports. Now let's move on to the reading lesson. For the reading lesson, you are going to read a magazine article. Look at the picture. What is the girl doing? How much time do you spend doing this activity per day? And then for number 2, you are going to read and listen to the article. After that, answer the questions with yes or no.
Unit 2. Reading. A magazine article. Exercise 2.
The story of the mobile phone novel. A few years ago, a 19-year-old Japanese girl started writing a novel about her life in a small town. She finished it in just 3 weeks and gave it the title Dreams Come True. Akiko wasn't an experienced writer and didn't expect anyone to be interested in her tale. Yet when it came out a few months later, the romantic novel was a great success. It sold over 200,000 copies. It's an incredible story. The most amazing thing about it, though, is the fact that Akiko wrote the novel on her mobile phone. As she wrote, she posted it, chapter by chapter, on a website where readers could download it immediately. She worked on it whenever she could, mostly while she was relaxing at home. She didn't think too much about the story, and she didn't rewrite anything. Akiko was one of the first of a new generation of novelists in Japan who write novels as if they are writing a text message. They write in a simple, chatty style and use lots of abbreviations and emoticons. They know how to tell a good story, but they don't worry too much about grammar and spelling. Some people were critical of mobile phone novels at first. They thought they were a bad influence on teenage girls, who preferred them to proper literature. However, they are now popular with people of all ages. Many of the best-selling paperback books in Japan were originally mobile phone novels.
Did you know? 20% of teenage girls in Japan own 2 mobile phones.
Now let's look at the answers. What is the girl doing? How much time do you spend doing this activity per day? So she's texting, or she's writing a text message, or she's sending a text message. Okay, how much time do you spend doing this activity per day? So this is your own answer. After that, you are going to read and listen to the article. Answer the question with yes or no. So the first question was dreams come true about true experiences. Answer is yes. Did readers like dreams come true? Answer is yes. Did the author write the novel on her computer? Answer is no. Is the language in the mobile phone novel always correct? No. Do mobile phone novels sometimes become paper books? Answer is yes. Now read the article again and choose the correct answers. Let's look at the first sentence. Akiko wrote her novel very slowly or quickly. So answer will be quickly. Number 2, Akiko experience of writing books had or didn't have. Answer will be didn't have. People were first able to read dreams come true on the internet or their mobile phone. Answer will be A, the internet. 4, mobile phone novelists write A, the way people speak or in long sentences. Answer is A, the way people speak. Number 5, in Japan, mobile phone novels are very successful or only read by teenage girls. Answer will be very successful. Dear pupils, the next lesson is grammar. For grammar, today you are going to learn past simple. So there are 4 forms. You have affirmative, which is the positive, negative, questions, and also short answers. So let's look at past simple. For affirmative, you have I read the book in class. They enjoyed the autobiography. For the negative, I didn't see the film adaptation. They didn't want to read the ending. For questions, did I finish the book? Did you like the main character? And for the short answers, you have yes, I, you, he, she, it, we, they, did. No, I, you, he, she, it, we, they, didn't. Remember that we use the past simple for finished actions in the past. Now, look at the affirmative examples of the past simple in the table. Which verb is regular and which is irregular? So let's look at the first one. Affirmative, she finished the novel in 19 days. She wrote the novel on a phone. So which is regular? So the regular verb is finished. The irregular verb is wrote. For number 2, how do we form the affirmative past simple tense of regular verbs? So the answer will be, we form the affirmative past simple tense of regular verbs by adding ed. Okay, for number 3, complete the rules. To make negative past simple sentences, we use followed by the infinitive form of the verb. So answer will be, we use didn't. B, we begin questions in the past simple tense with did. Okay, so let's look at the affirmative, negative, questions, and short answers. So for affirmative, just now I read, we finished the novel in 19, she finished the novel in 19 days. Second, she wrote the novel on a phone. So finished is regular verb and wrote is irregular verb. The present simple is right. So for negative, you have to put in the didn't. So then you have the verb. Okay, they didn't like mobile phone novels. They didn't think about story. So in the negative, you must use the infinitive form of the verb. Infinitive form of the verb is like and also think. So they are infinitive form. Means they are in the original form. So for question, remember you have to start with did. So did you enjoy the book? Did you find the website? So remember you are still using the infinitive form of the verb. Enjoy and find. For short answers, you can write yes, I did. And the negative will be no, I didn't. Let's get number 4. Write the past simple form of the verbs in the box in your notebook. Which verbs are regular. So you have go, the past simple is went. Like, the past simple is liked. See, past simple is saw. Get, past simple is got. Start, past simple is started. Read, past simple is read. Say, past simple is said. Wish, past simple is wished. Come, past simple is came. Hate, past simple is hated. So which verbs are regular? So answer will be liked, started, wished, and hated. Now let's look at question 5. Correct the sentences about the writer Suzanne Collins. Use the words in brackets. Number 1, for example, she liked dancing when she was 11. So the word is reading. She didn't like dancing when she was 11. She liked reading. Let's look at the first one. She lived in New York for 18 years. So in bracket 16 years. The sentence is, she didn't live in New York for 18 years. She lived in New York for 16 years. Number 2, she grew up in the same place. Bracket, different places. So she didn't grow up in the same place. She grew up in different places. Number 3, she started writing for children's television in 1992. Bracket 1991. So she didn't start writing for children's television in 1992. She started writing for children's television in 1991. So number 4, her books, the Hunger Games trilogy, were successful in one country. In brackets, lots of countries. So let's look at the sentences. Her books, the Hunger Games trilogy, weren't successful in one country. Her books, the Hunger Games trilogy, were successful in lots of countries. And number 5, she wrote a book about a character called Gregor and his little brother. So in bracket, little sister. The sentences, she didn't write a book about a character called Gregor and his little brother. She wrote a book about a character called Gregor and his little sister. Now for exercise 6, you have to complete the book review with the past simple form of the verbs in brackets. So this is the review for the Hunger Games. My brother gave, okay, the word in bracket is give me the Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins for my birthday. So the first one is past simple form for the verb give is gave. So let's look at number 2. I not think I will like it. So answer will be I didn't think I would like it, but as soon as I, number 3, start reading it, so started reading it, I love it. So answer will be loved it. I not want it to end. So I didn't want it to end. Number 6, I think the story which takes places in the future. So I thought. Okay. The story which takes place in the future was very original. The book have an unusual theme. So the book had an unusual theme. So remember here we are using past simple form. I find the main character, Katniss Everdeen, very believable, and so answer will be I found. And I really want her to win the Hunger Games competition. So I really wanted. The story was so exciting that I stayed up all night to finish it. So I stayed. Some people not like the book. So some people didn't like the book because they say, so answer will be they said there was too much fighting in it. But I disagree. I can't wait to read the next book in the series. For exercise 7, you have to rewrite the sentences so they are true for you. Change the time expressions in bold. Example number 1, I sent her a text message 2 minutes ago. So you can write, I sent her a text message 10 minutes ago, or I sent her a text message a few minutes ago. Number 2, I had something to eat half an hour ago. So you can write, I had something to eat an hour ago, or I had something to eat 2 hours ago. Number 3, I tidied my bedroom a few days ago. So you can say, I tidied my bedroom instead of a few, you can say 3 days ago. Or you can say, I tidied my bedroom a day ago. Next, number 4, I saw a good film 2 weeks ago. So you need to replace 2 weeks. You can write, I saw a good movie 1 week ago or a week ago. I saw a good film 4 weeks ago. And the last one, I bought some new shoes a month ago. So you can say, I bought some new shoes 2 months ago. Or you can write, I bought some new shoes 6 months ago. Let's look at the analysis. You have to analyze this. Okay, in English, ago comes after time expressions. That book came out 2 years ago. So ago comes after time expression. For example, 2 years. I sent you an email a few minutes ago. So the time expression will be a few minutes. Is the word order the same in your language? Dear pupils, the next lesson is vocabulary and listening.
Unit 2. Vocabulary and Listening. Professions. Exercise 1. Engineer. Painter. Explorer. Comedian. Pilot. Dancer. Astronaut. Musician. Scientist. Inventor. Writer. Politician. Athlete.
After listening to the words in blue, now you have to match the names with the descriptions in the timeline. So let's look at the first exercise 2. The first answer will be, the picture is C. Charles Babbage. And then number 2 is G. G is Pablo Picasso. 3 is J. J is John Lennon. 4 is A. Charlie Chaplin. 5 is L. L is Raoul Amundsen. 6 is D. Carmen Amaya. 7 is M. M is Neil Armstrong. 8 is I. I is John Lennon. 9 is K. K is Tim Berners-Lee. 10 is E. E is Mark Zuckerberg. 11 is F. F is J.K. Rowling. 12 is B. B is Barack Obama. 13 is H. H is Mo Farah. So Pablo Picasso, Carmen Amaya, Mark Zuckerberg, J.K. Rowling, Barack Obama, and Mo Farah are shown in the pictures.
Unit 2. Vocabulary and Listening. Professions. Exercise 3. 1.
The engineer is C. Charles Babbage.
2.
The painter is G. Pablo Picasso.
3.
The explorer is J. Roald Amundsen.
4.
The comedian is A. Charlie Chaplin.
5.
The pilot is L. Amy Johnson.
6.
The dancer is D. Carmen Amaya.
7.
The astronaut is M. Neil Armstrong.
8.
The musician is I. John Lennon.
9.
The scientist is K. Tim Berners-Lee.
10.
The inventor is E. Mark Zuckerberg.
11.
The writer is F. J.K. Rowling.
12.
The politician is B. Barack Obama.
13.
The athlete is H. Mo Farah.
Unit 2. Vocabulary and Listening. An interview. Exercise 5.
Tonight, we're talking about important people in modern history, and I'll be introducing tonight's guests in just a moment. First of all, we sent our reporter, Sam Jenkins, out and about to see what you had to say on the subject.
Sorry to bother you. Do you mind if I ask you something?
No, of course not.
Which person in modern history do you admire the most?
Oh, that's a difficult question.
We're doing a survey to find out what people think.
I see. Can it be anyone?
Yes. A politician, a painter, an athlete, whatever. Someone that you think has made a difference to the world.
Well then, for me, it's the musician, John Lennon. He was a talented singer and wrote some really beautiful songs. He believed that people should live in peace.
Okay, great. Thanks a lot for your time.
No problem.
Hi there. Have you got a minute? I just want to ask you a quick question.
Go ahead.
We're trying to find out which famous person from modern history people admire. Who would you choose?
Well, the only person I can think of is the guy who invented Facebook. What's his name?
Mark Zuckerberg?
That's right. I'll choose him because I think Facebook was a really clever idea. I mean, it's completely changed the way people communicate.
Right. Thanks. Are you two together?
Yes.
Okay. So, can I ask you the same question?
Yeah, sure. I don't agree with Jason because I don't think Facebook is such an amazing invention.
Okay.
For me, it has to be someone who really gives people hope. Like that runner, Mo Farah. He moved to the UK from Somalia when he was a boy. and became a really successful athlete. He won 2 gold medals at the London Olympics. I think he's amazing because he shows that anything is possible when you try hard.
Great. Thanks a lot. Well, we're going back to the studio now.
Dear pupils, just now you listened to a reporter interviewing some people. Which names from exercise 2 do they mention? So answer will be John Lennon, Mark Zuckerberg and Mo Farah. For question 6, listen again and answer the questions. What does the woman think of the reporter's question? So answer will be it's difficult. Who does the woman admire? So answer is John Lennon. What is the boy's opinion of Facebook? Answer, it was a really clever idea and it's completely changed the way people communicate. Number 4, who does the girl admire? Where is he originally from? So answer, Mo Farah. He's originally from Somalia. Number 5, what does she say the person shows? Answer, that anything is possible when you try hard. Dear pupils, now we are doing the writing lesson. For writing, today you are going to write a review. So here you are going to listen to a review on the Sherlock Holmes Museum.
Unit 2. Writing. A review. Exercise 1.
Last weekend, my family and I visited the Sherlock Holmes Museum in London. It's small, but interesting. It's got a shop for visitors too. The museum is like the home of Sherlock Holmes, the main character from the famous detective stories. You could look around the different rooms. You could see lots of his possessions too. You could also meet characters from the books, but they were really actors. My favourite thing was the museum shop, which was very good value. There were also some good books to buy. The only problem was that the museum was very busy. We waited half an hour to buy tickets.
Dear pupils, you have to read and listen to the review. In which paragraphs does Penelope A give details about what you can do at the museum? So answer is paragraph 2. Says what she liked and didn't like about the museum. Answer is paragraph 3. And then the last one, give some general information about the museum. Answer will be paragraph 1. Let's look at the reading and writing focus. How do you say to and also in your language? So for the writing focus, we are looking at also and to. We use also and to give more information about something. We use also after the verb be, but, before, main verbs. You could look around the different rooms. You could also meet characters from the books. We use to at the end of the sentences. It's small but interesting. It's got a shop for visitors too. Read and review again. Find more examples of sentences with also and to. So here you can see, you could see lots of his possessions too. There were also some good books to buy. So here you can see you can find the words also and to. For number 4, rewrite the second sentences using the words in bracket. Number 1, you could have a drink. You could have a meal also. So answer, you could also have a meal. Number 2, young children will enjoy it. Teenagers will enjoy it. So answer, teenagers will enjoy it too. Number 3, the tickets were expensive. The cafe was expensive. The cafe was also expensive. Number 4, we enjoy exploring the castle. We enjoy exploring the gardens. So answer will be, we enjoy exploring the gardens too. Now for the writing task, you are going to write a review of an interesting place you visited recently. So plan, choose an interesting place and make notes. Write your review. Write 3 paragraphs. Use your notes and the review in exercise 1 to help you. Then check your writing. Try to use also and to, past simple verbs, and could and couldn't. So this is an example. You can have a title. So it is Legoland Malaysia. So based on exercise 1, these are the empty spaces for you to write your own ideas. Example, last weekend my family and I visited or you can write the name of the place, Legoland Malaysia, in Johor. It's a big place but crowded. It's got maybe you can write pool for visitors too. Then you can write the second and the third paragraphs. Dear pupils, on the next slide you can read the sample answer.
Legoland Malaysia. Last month, during the school holiday, my family and I visited Legoland Malaysia in Johor Bahru. It's a very huge place but crowded with visitors. The place is Malaysia's first international theme park, with over 40 interactive rides, shows and attractions. You could also visit other attractions like Legoland Water Park, which is a Lego-themed water theme park, the Legoland Hotel and a Lego-themed hotel, which is also the first to open in Southeast Asia. My favorite place was the observation tower, which could hold a capacity of 1,000 visitors for each hour. The observation platform is 41 meters above ground level and I got a bird's eye view of the whole park. The only problem was it took a long time to queue up to try all the attractions. I had to wait for 2 hours just to ride the Lego Ninjago the ride.
Dear students, thank you for watching this video. And then remember to subscribe to my channel. It is called Educator Omni Tube. I'm Madam Gan, signing off. Bye bye.